Testing. All right, I'll be with you guys soon. Audio's working. Look at that. We started the stream with audio today. I will be with you guys very shortly. Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is Matt with Boys Crypto. So happy to be here with each and every one of y'all this night for this beautiful live stream. For those just waking up early morning, early bird gets the worm. You guys know how it is. Let's jump into the crypto bubbles of the day. Green baby. Green baby green. Look at these bubbles. Good night. This bubble's almost as big as this bubble's almost as big as my booty was looking on that Peloton ride I just got finished cranking. Awesome. Let's dive in some massive numbers here on the chart. We got Sonic, we have Story, we have Bera, we have a lot of things to dive into today as the altcoins are making their recovery, baby. We called this a couple days ago on the live, and since then we have been screaming to the upside. Let's start where we always do, down with the number one coin, Bitcoin, baby, Bitcoin. Let's dive into what we're looking at right here on the live. On the live, we are currently in a trade. We're a little down. That's okay. Let's hop on over here to Blowfin to see what's going on. We're at about $10 in the negative based off of these trades. Both trades are risking about $50 for about $200 here on this beautiful 15-minute flag. Easier to see over here on TradingView. We're going to take this flag and attempt to trade this puppy all the way to the upside. Will we see a $100,000 Bitcoin tonight? I promise you, people will wake up tomorrow and crap their pants if they see they had the opportunity to buy Bitcoin down at 90,000 when we have a $100,000 Bitcoin sitting in front of them. Is that going to happen? That remains to be seen. This flag is getting incredibly tight, right? Stokes are pinned right at the even mark on the RSI indicator. The stochastics looking to curve to the upside. That's what I'm looking for here on this 15-minute time frame. Looks absolutely beautiful here for a move to the upside, but that's going to take some time to play out, right? This flag does have a little time. It should break out in the next hour or so. Statistically, most flags break out about 70% of the way down the flag, so that's what we're looking for here. We're sitting at about the medium mark. Let's dive in and see why we got into this trade, right? So let's zoom out on the daily here. The daily, baby. You couldn't have asked for better today, everybody. You couldn't have asked for better. Look at us screaming above this high volume node area for Bitcoin, an area that has been a contention area between the bulls and the bears. The bulls won out yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. The bulls won out. We're going to delete our work there. And we're currently sitting above that high volume node at 97,200, the key weekly support and resistance area. Let's see if we can move to higher prices here, as Bitcoin has had two massive daily green candles here looking to break out of this falling wedge, right? Looking to break out of this falling wedge. We are peaking over, right? We are peaking over and got a full candle above this falling wedge here. We did have a slight break. We broke back down into the pattern. We had that massive capitulation back on February 7th, back into the pattern. We've been chopping sideways for the past 16 days, but the bulls, baby, the bulls came in and ran us up to the upside, currently sitting above that daily 21 SMA. Let's see if we can move to higher prices here as the bulls look for continuation out of this flag, right? This flag target takes us all the way back up, right, to a new all-time high at about $114,000. Are we just getting started here? We're going to dive into the charts and see if the bulls have the momentum to potentially get this move, or is this just a fake out before the bears take us back inside this wedge and we go down into the crypto abyss. Nobody wants to see that, but we have to acknowledge that it is a possibility here that is sitting on the table. As we're going about the chat, guys, feel free to drop your questions in the chat. I will get to each and every one of them. I'm excited that you guys are spending your time here with me tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's look at Bitcoin on the weekly, right? the weekly getting a massive bullish engulfing candle right on the weekly time frame. What is a bullish engulfing candle, boys crypto? What is a bullish engulfing candle? That is when the entire body of a single week engulfs the entire body of the week prior, right? An incredibly bullish sign, right? So whenever you have a bullish engulfing candle, it's likely you're going to see a green candle the next week, right? You had a bullish, no, not a bullish engulfing candle there. Boop, boop, boop. Had a bearish engulfing candle here, bearish week. Bullish almost bullish engulfing, bullish week. Bullish engulfing, bearish multiple weeks, right? So it's very, very, very good to see us forming this potentially bullish engulfing candle here on the weekly. Is this going to close as such? Well, we do have the weekend coming up. What is weekend trading like? Weekend trading is like driving a car without power steering. You can get to where you are going, but you're going to have to work a lot harder and to dodge around these areas of lower liquidity, these times of lower liquidity. What does that mean? There's less big players in the market. Corporations, Michael Saylor, Microsoft, Amazon, all these big behemoths cannot dive in and help support the Bitcoin price, right? With that being said, there's also not, those corporations can't sell on you. So can we get that rip to the upside? We certainly can, but there will be less players that affect the price more drastically during these times of low liquidity, which we are coming up on tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right? So we do want to keep track of that. After market close today, the waters are going to get a little rough, right? And we have seen massive pumps on the weekend before. We've seen colossal pumps on the weekend before where the people absolutely take over. Corporations come in Monday and they crap their pants. They don't have any coins to sell and they start buying up too. And you could get a massive squeeze over the weekend when those corporations aren't expecting it. So let's see if that can happen here for Bitcoin. We'll zoom in on our 15-minute time frame and see how this trade is going. Let's go on over to Blowfin. If you're excited to trade, if you want to join me in my trading adventure where we are turning $5,000 account, a $5,000 account into $10,000 account, currently sitting at $5,800 after we've had a massive week here. Just green, right? We've been doing really, really well lately on these trades. If you want to see my trades live in action, join me on X. Come on over. It's totally free. Boys Crypto. Follow me at Boys Crypto 102. I am excited to see you guys there for my entries and exits all for free, right? We are down currently on this trade, but we've been in this choppy action since back at 3 o'clock this afternoon, my time, right? So we've been here for about 8 hours. So we'll see how this pans out. I am using two things as a shield, right? As a shield for my stop loss. We break this support line. Okay, that is totally fine. We may get a little bit of a stop hunt. I'm looking to bounce off this 5-minute 200 SMA. If that doesn't happen, the trade will be stopped out and we will reassess where we are for the Bitcoin price. Hey, from PMG, what is going on, Chris? Excited to see you, man. Excited to see you. Any questions you have, feel free to drop them in the chat, man. I'm excited to hear from you. Right, so that's where we sit currently on our Bitcoin trade. Ethereum trade doing a little better here, sitting a little above break even. We'll see how those play out as the live stream goes on, right? Here we go, moving over to Ethereum, showing a little bit more strength than Bitcoin here in the near term. We did have that same exact 15-minute flag kind of forming on Ethereum. Let's see, here we go. Boop, boop, boop. All right. And it is looking really, really good for Ethereum here in the near term. You have a higher sloping support line that shows a lot of strength, right? Let's dive in here. Boop, boop. Can we get this move to the upside for Ethereum? Targeting around $2,800, $2,814 for Ethereum, which will be huge for the Ethereum price. And let's see if we can get out of this channel here. Created as support, right? Above the high volume nodes, create this channel as support and rocket to the upside. Will we be able to get back up to that $3,300 level? The area where I am looking for some resistance for Ethereum. Two roadblocks I see in the way, both this high volume node up here at about 3,300 and this daily 200 SMA for Ethereum. It is critical, absolutely critical that Ethereum gets back above this level, right? Anytime we're below the 200 SMA, I consider that bear market territory for the asset, right? So we fell below the 200 SMA here, had a massive capitulation capitulation wick, fell below here, had a massive capitulation wick, some consolidation, we broke back to the upside. Is that a similar story to what we're going to see here for Ethereum on the daily time frame? We need Ethereum to go and test its all-time high, ladies and gentlemen. We need that to happen for us to have a sustainable, immaculate alt season, right? Speaking of the altcoins, let's dive into Bitcoin dominance and see how Bitcoin is doing in regards to the entire market. Massive strength for Bitcoin dominance here. We had a little bit of a flaggeroonie here. Boop, boop. Broke out to the upside, right? Looks pretty solid to me. We were speculating on this shooting star pattern right here, right? That may end up bouncing us to the downside. I don't know if we're going to get that. Bitcoin dominance has been showing some absolute true strength here recently, right? We flipped this channel and create this channel as support here, right? We rip to the upside. You're looking at a 70% Bitcoin dominance. If we get that, I'm not saying rest in peace to the altcoins, but Bitcoin may steal the show here. Are we going to see Bitcoin rip to $120, $130, $140,000 over the next couple of months here, while the altcoins just stay stagnant / only get a couple of percentage point moves, right? That could definitely happen, and it is on the table during times of fear, right? People like to hug Bitcoin, and there is a ton of fear in the market right now. Let's go on over to the fear and greed index. Oh, coin market cap, baby. Coin market cap. All things crypto, coin market cap. Market caps, you know, how much is circulating supply, token unlocks, everything, right? It has the fear and greed index here. All right, good. That Wi-Fi guy learned his lesson the other night, everybody. We're getting pages to load. Let's go. All right, so the fear and greed index sitting at 42, neutral, right? Looking really good. This is the area in the past where you want to start accumulating Bitcoin / your altcoin projects. As Warren Buffett said, buy the fear, sell the greed, right? Buy the blood in the streets, sell when there's greed. We're currently sitting at 42, and we will see if we can get that push back to the upside here for greed. That's going to be when Bitcoin starts making its massive move, right? Whenever you're here in the fear region, it is a good time to scoop up some Bitcoin, in my opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say should be taken as financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, ladies and gentlemen. Do your own due diligence before doing any trading or investing. Get yourself a financial advisor today. Back over to Bitcoin dominance here. We could see a scream up to 72%. I'm not saying that that's going to be bearish for the altcoins, but the altcoins may remain stagnant as Bitcoin steals the show. We have seen that in the past, everybody, as there are a lot of altcoins sitting at their bear market lows / right above their bear market lows, and Bitcoin is at $100,000. Bitcoin is at $100,000. A lot of altcoins are sitting below where they were when Bitcoin was at 50 grand prior to the election, right? So is Bitcoin going to steal the show again? The possibility is definitely there. So, boys, crypto, when's alt season? When is alt season going to happen? I don't know. I got my altcoins that are supposed to pump 100%, 100x. We're supposed to get those 200x gems. Where are those, boys, crypto? I'm glad you asked, random citizen. I'm glad you asked. Megamind quote, if nobody is tracking, right? So from the bearish perspective, right, what I want to see for an altcoin season even to have a chance here, I want to see a Fibonacci retracement, right? From the high to the low. I want to see a 786 retest. If we do get this pump out of this flag, I want to see a 786 retest, break back down into the pattern, right? So it's likely we'll come up here, retest in the golden pocket right here between the 618 and the 786, and we'll come back down into the pattern, test this lower trend line. Where will we be at that point? What will be at the daily 200 SMA? And just like we said earlier, whenever an asset, including Bitcoin dominance, drops below the daily 200 SMA, it looks likely we can have a nuke event, ladies and gentlemen. A nuke event dropping to the downside. Look what happened here when we broke the daily 200. This was kind of a teaser as we had a massive liquidation event afterwards. But if we break that daily 200, let's go back in time and see what has happened, everybody. The last time we broke the daily 200 substantially, right? The last time we broke the daily 200 substantially was us breaking back from the bear market into the bull market, right? Down here at about 41% for Bitcoin relatively, right? We got out of altcoin season and Bitcoin started to take over. It has been on a massive 2-year trek since November of 2022, everybody. November of 2022. My birthday, November 24th. All I wanted was an alt season, baby, and Bitcoin took over for 2 years, so I haven't gotten that yet, right? All right, so look at the time before. We massively broke the daily 200. We had some consolidation underneath, and we bear flag a Rooney out of here. Boop, boop, boop. We bear flagged that. Got a bear flag Rooney. And we dumped massively to the downside, right? Further than the target of the bear flag suggested. That was when alt season started. Bear flag being the asset dropped to the downside. We're looking at the percentage of Bitcoin's overall market cap share, right? So when this falls, your altcoins are going to absolutely scream. Oh my God, puberty hit me there. Let me get some of my protein shake. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, 0 grams in there. Never mind. Okay, yeah, we'll have to look at a different source of protein later. All right, so we had a massive dump to the downside. Altcoins screamed massively to the upside. So that's what we're looking for Bitcoin dominance. We want to see a massive fall like that. We coming back over here. I would like to see a bear flag form here and drop below this line here. We do see, as we talked about the other day, a massive, let's get rid of all this, right? This clutter. We see a massive bearish divergence forming here on the daily as we are swinging higher in price, but the RSI indicator is swinging across, right? This is telling me that the bulls, right, the Bitcoin bulls are running out of momentum and people may start shifting their money over into the altcoins. So there are some conflicting signals here on Bitcoin dominance, but definitely something that you want to take into account whenever you are trading or investing. Where do I want to put my money? Do I want to put my money in more speculative assets, or do I want to put my money in Bitcoin, the sure safe haven, right? So that is what you want to be looking at when you're trying to maximize your gains in the short term, right? Going over here to coin market cap. Let's go on over and see what is strong. We'll use the bubbles for this. Everything's green, baby. I thought I was colorblind when I looked at this today. When I saw a daily 1 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, hour, day, week, all green, I thought I was colorblind because usually we're just seeing red here. We have seen red here over the past few months as Bitcoin's been consolidating under this $100,000 level. Let's look at the hottest coins in the game, everybody. If you're interested in the hottest coins in the game, I did make a video on that yesterday. Feel free to check it out for the juiciest trades, for the juiciest investments of 2025. But let's dive into some of these here that are really, really hot on the day. Story, baby, Story. I have not seen this coin in the top 100. It must be making a monumental run to the upside. Let's go to the Story chart here. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. Anybody in the chat? No questions, no questions. All right, I'm going to keep rolling, everybody. I'm going to keep rolling. Let's see. New asset, baby. New asset, and we can't chart much here. You have a couple candles, but I will say you are having a massive run to the upside. It is likely you're going to have a 786 retracement before moving further, right? Whenever you have a blow off top like that, it's likely you're going to come down to the 618, 786 region, which we're starting to consolidate in, right? Another perspective, right? Again, highly speculative as this project was just released on the 13th of February, 2 weeks old, right? So this may have gotten some news or some juiciness behind it that we wanted to see. Right? So I'll take a look at that and I'll get back to you guys on the next live stream on the news for this asset. But right here, what we're looking at is a 618, 786 retracement, right? For a speculative long here going to the upside. We may bounce around in here on speculative assets. I wait for the 786 because I like to be as safe as possible before continuing on to the upside, right? We're currently sitting on a high volume node, which is really good to see for the asset. We have a slight high volume node here just below the 786, so we may get a little bit of a wick. But the moving averages are moving nicely, right? Let's go down here on these smaller time frames. We're holding above the 5 minute 200. Let's get rid of some of this charting here. We are consolidating above the 5 minute 200, a very bullish sign, right? But there is a chance that this is a bear flag here and you could dump further down to the downside. We have seen assets like this over and over and over in the recent past, right? Whoop, whoop, whoop. We have seen assets like this over and over in the recent past that have absolutely massively pumped and then got rejected and fell back down to where they began. What is an example of that, boys? How do we know that something like that could happen? Well, let's look at Hex, for example. Hex, baby. Hex went on a massive run, right? Here in just over the past few weeks. Had a massive, nope, that's not what I'm looking at. Hex. Hex, whoop. Hex. I don't know if TradingView has it. Let's see here. I know it's on bubbles all the time. Big bubble, baby, big bubble. It's always on here. Hex number 77. Yeah, so look at this here, everybody. We had a investment firm come in, a multi-billionaire come in. I remember the news just a couple weeks ago. I don't remember his name, but he invested, he staked a bunch of it, right? And it led to a massive run up in price, over doubled price, right? So you're sitting at about 11, 12 cents and you pumped all the way up to 22. We are now back in that 786 retracement area, about a 70%, 75% retrace from those highs, right? So whenever you have a massive run up, despite the recovery that we're seeing recently, the coins that have ran up in the last few weeks, right? Speculative investments, you got news events or something like that that went on a massive tears. People are starting to see, oh my gosh, the altcoins are recovering, and they start taking some profits, right? They start taking some juice out of the game and redistributing it, right? So into things like SEI. I know SEI has been on a monumental tear. Why, boys? Why has SEI been on a monumental tear when it is down 22% on the month and the year has been absolutely annihilated? Well, Trump just bought this in his World Liberty Financial project, and since then it has been on a monumental tear, right? This hype will end and there will be some kind of retracement, right? Whenever you're buying into assets, you don't want to buy on these massive 30% candles, right? These don't last. How often do you see a 30% candle followed by another 30% candle? Let's look at Bitcoin just to see. Oh yeah, baby, we're getting the break to the upside on that trade. I do like what I'm seeing there. Let's go to the target, baby, all the way up at 99,731. Let's see if we can get there here on the live. Let's see what the 15-minute time frame looks like. Yeah, it's still pretty tight. We're getting that full candle body close above the resistance line, right, that we drew here. So let's see if we can squeeze some juicy gains out of here and keep pumping this account to the upside. We are going to get to $10,000, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to get to $10,000 because my girlfriend wants a very nice gold necklace from Monet, right? So I'm gonna have to make that. You know, we can't afford that unless we have 10 grand. So we got to make 10 grand. We got to make it fast. So that's what we're doing here. Trading. We're gonna try and get this juicy pump to the upside and get us closer to paying for the things that my lady wants. All right. Back over to, can't find Hex here on TradingView, but we looked at it on Crypto Bubbles. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why it's like that, why TradingView isn't pulling it up here. That is okay. Something I wanted to look at today, I've heard a lot of news, a lot of juiciness over Doge, right? And there's a lot of controversy over Doge. We got a lot of controversy over Doge, right? And I did see something about Elon Musk redistributing a bunch of taxpayer dollars, right? I was curious. I was like, how much are these people making, the people that are in charge of our decisions? Did you guys know? I didn't know this. You could pull this up, Congress Live Net Worth, right? And it has a whole live network tracker. You can track their portfolio. Nancy Pelosi up there at the top, no surprise there, right? These people make like 150 to 200 grand a year. I looked through, they're all multimillionaires. Look at them. We'll go down the chart. Look at this, babe. Look at this. Yeah, Nancy Pelosi. Drives me absolutely nuts. One of the smartest ways to trade the stock market is to just follow Nancy Pelosi, right? She is an insider trader genius, right? Let's scroll down here. 75 million, 55 million, 45 million. How are these people making this money? My video today, later on this morning, is going to be talking about how this can be prevented by using the blockchain. I'm super excited to share my number one altcoin with you guys later on this morning. But look at this, man. Look at this. You have all these people in the house worth millions of dollars, right? Even going down to 1 million, but they make 200 grand a year, right? Okay, I could see this, being your total net worth, but you have the top 200, 150 being worth over $3.5 million. That's ridiculous. How did Nancy Pelosi, making 200 grand a year as a House Democrat in California, accumulate $270 million? How did she 1000x her yearly income? 1000x. How did she 1000x her yearly income? I would love to know. Nancy, if you are watching, give me a call, girl. I want to know. I want to know how you and your husband accumulated this amount of wealth. Oh, drives me absolutely nuts. Let's go, Elon Musk. Get that crap out of here. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on. I'm done with my political rant. Not political rant, but man, how do they make that money? How? Right, so let's dive in. Let's dive in. What do we got coming in tomorrow, right? What do we... Thanks, Wanda. They must be learning from Boys Crypto. I know, right? Everybody's just watching. Right, I'll bet Nancy dropped into the stream from time to time. All right, let's see. All right, we got news coming up tomorrow. We have existing home sales. That is going to, it might move the market just a little bit. It'll tell us how people are feeling when it comes to the real estate market. I don't know if you guys got on Redfin lately, but I'm shopping for properties in Alaska and everything has an M behind it. Why does everything have an M behind it? It's not for Matt, it's for million, and it's multi-million-dollar properties, right? And you're just looking at basic houses. There's no way that things are worth that. Those are what the houses were worth when I was in California in the Navy and in Coronado, right? Ridiculous housing prices there. But they're seeing the home sales, if those fall substantially, and I expect that they will, if these home sales fall substantially, it will reflect a great weakness in the real estate market, and people may be less speculative to invest in real estate and the market, right? A lot of big investment firms do invest in real estate, McDonald's being the #1 holder of real estate in the United States. I don't know if you guys know that, but it does it does speak for some of the risks that we have when looking at existing home sales, right? So we'll be looking at that going into tomorrow. Let's dive in. The chats. Let's see here. Thank you everybody for chatting with me, hanging out here with me tonight. Your time is precious, and I am so honored to be able to lead you through this live stream tonight, and that you guys would hang out with me. Thank you. We're gonna grow into something big here. This is the start of something absolutely big. I'm gonna go live every single day. Every single day I will be going live for you guys, talking about my trades, my investments, my ideas. I am here for you guys. I want to build this channel into something big. I want to build a community and build something somewhere where people could come and feel confident in their trading abilities. I'm here to build that. There's a lot of influencers on YouTube that I just flat out disagree with, right? I'm not going to hide my trades from you guys. You guys will see my position history all the time. We're going to talk about everything that we go through from beginning to end, thought process when it comes to trades, entries, exits, everything. I want to do that here with you guys because I want to build a unique channel that can do that and say that, hey, I'm not hiding trades from you guys. I want to be able to say that, hey, we built something together. We built a live stream that really is full of accountability and trust. I'm here to bring that to you guys. Thank you for joining me. Let's dive into the chat. April, welcome. April wants to go over Dogecoin. We will go over Dogecoin for you, April. Doge to the moon, baby. It'd be so cool if they put it on the rocket that's going to go to Mars, right? Elon Musk wants to go to Mars. If they put the Doge symbol right there on the side of the rocket, I would love that. Hey, from PMG, Chris, thank you for dropping in, man. That means the world. All right, let's see. Am I sponsored by Monet? No, I am not sponsored by Monet. Monet, reach out to me. I will wear every piece of Monet jewelry on the stream live every single day if Monet reaches out. Shout out to Monet. I love your product. Thank you, Wanda, for saying that. You are very kind. They must be learning from Boys Crypto. Those politicians, yes, they probably are. All right, so my phone rings all the time. I assume it's spam. It's probably the politicians trying to get the Boys Crypto juice, right? Trying to get that Boys Crypto sauce before they go in and insider trade. All right, let's dive in. Dogecoin. April, I'd be happy to look at that for you. I am excited to look at that for you. Let's dive in, baby. Doge, the #1 meme coin. We went over this on our video this morning. One of the hottest projects of the year. Dogecoin is a meme coin, everybody. What do we say about meme coins on this channel? highly speculative, right? Highly speculative. And though Dogecoin is backed by Elon Musk, right? Though Dogecoin has a massive supply, though Dogecoin has a lot of popularity, it is just that. It is just a meme. So keep that in mind when you're looking at making any trades or investments. Trading meme coins, a lot of fun. Let's dive in and let's see it. We got this massive flag forming on Dogecoin here, a consolidation pattern, right? We are sitting currently above the daily 200. Why is that special? That's right, everybody. Everybody knows it on this channel. The daily 200, that is determining whether we are in a bull or a bear market from Boyce Crypto's perspective, right, on an asset, right? So we're going to take this flag. Can we take this flag to the upside, right? You can enter a long right now. Again, not financial advice. This would just be an idea from Boyce Crypto, right? And we'll leave this here on the live and we'll track it, right? You can put a stop below that capitulation wick and ride this up to the target of the flag for a juicy 8-to-1 risk reward ratio trade. Can Dogecoin get back up to that 70-cent level? Why is that special? Why is that confluent? Well, let's look back in time. Hey, baby, we were there. We were there when Elon Musk started pumping the crap out of it. We got all the way up to that 70. Where did we get to? We got all the way up to that 74-cent level. I would not be surprised during this bull run to see Dogecoin absolutely rocket to the moon again, right? And this is the time, in my opinion, that I would look at investing in Dogecoin / trading Dogecoin, because you're sitting right above the area where that tells you whether an asset is in a bull or a bear market. You get a bounce here to the top of the channel, which is even likely, right? Even if this is bearish, it is likely that we come back up to the top of the channel, right? Usually you'll have 3 touches. 1, right? You'll have 1, 2, and then you have 3 before you capitulate, right? Even if you come back up to the top of that channel, look at that measured move, baby. That is a great trade. That is a 1.84 to 1 risk reward ratio, a little less than I like to take, right, for my risk reward system. But, you know, taking a trade back up to the top of the channel, not a bad idea, especially when Bitcoin is showing strength, baby. Look at Bitcoin here on the daily. We already went over this, getting above that daily 21. I want to see that daily 21 hold. Come on, VRVP. Don't make me go back to Comcast now. Don't make me go back to Comcast and talk to that man, right? There we go. There we go. Oh, he's lucky, right? Getting above that daily 200 MA, point of control, super huge for Bitcoin, right? If dominance starts to give a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, you can expect Dogecoin to absolutely rip faces. Why? Because it's been punished more than most of the other assets have during this capitulation, right? Dogecoin has struggled ever since, you know, after the election time period. Dogecoin has struggled. And whenever you get a reversal, the assets that have been punished the most are likely the assets that are going to pump the hardest. Let's dive over into virtual. The idea we posted about on YouTube yesterday. Let's see if we are getting that reversal, baby, off the daily bullish divergence. We did get a massive pump here off the daily bullish divergence, right, for virtuals. Currently up from when we called about $1.03. We're up about 10% here, right? 10% since we put out that call on the YouTube post. Feel free to follow my post. I'm excited to post with you guys and share all my ideas, right? Virtual is getting absolutely beaten down since its meteoric rise to the top 20 cryptocurrency area, right? Virtuals was the leading AI protocol where people could join, build AI, you know, AI could communicate with each other. It is a very speculative investment. Is AI about to take over the space? Look at this massive capitulation. You know, people that were sitting up here, man, I wish I got virtuals at $1. Look where it's at right now. It takes absolute courage to buy something like this, but we're seeing signs of strength here in the chart. Look at this. As we have a swing down on the daily, we are having a swing up, right? Let's zoom in here. Boop. Having a swing up here on the RSI. The stochastics are crossing the signal line. The mark line is crossing the signal line. This is looking good to me. There are hurdles in the way. I'm not saying it's completely clear skies from here, but this bullish divergence does hint that we're going to break this high here at about $1.48, which would be about a 50% run up, ladies and gentlemen, a 40 to 50% run up. That would be a massive gain, even if it's just on spot. But leverage, man, you can take action on leverage. You can make a serious run here, right? Just opening up a trade with the stop loss below the most recent wick, right? Opening up a trade here, stop loss, again, just an idea, right? Stop loss below the recent wick, going up to the high volume. I would take it higher. Look, if you're going to get a bearish a bullish divergence on the daily and it does end up kicking in, you're going to see a massive move gapping up through the VRVP, likely up to this 260 region. Imagine virtuals at 260. You can tell people, yeah, I got in at $1. Yeah, I got in at $1. I have high confidence that virtual will make a recovery. And this is the first sign. This is the first step of that marathon for virtuals here. Can we get a massive move? Look here, when we had a massive capitulation, virtuals had a massive recovery here from bottom to top, right, of 73% in 3 days. Well, 2 days, right? Yeah, 2.5, 3 days. Can we be expecting a move like that again? Are we going to get a 70% move, 50 to 100% move in the course of 3 days? It can happen on assets like virtuals, especially once an asset has been beaten down this hard and you're starting to see the first sign of strength. Investors will jump back in here and say, hey, I like these prices, right? If you see something on an 80% off sale, right, at the Victoria's Secret, when you are shopping with your lady, are you going to buy some underwear? Yes, you would, right? You will buy some underwear at that Victoria's Secret, right? Because you know you're getting massive value. I could get 4 pairs of panties for the price of 1, 5 pairs of panties for the price of 1. Sign me up, ladies and gentlemen. Sign me up for the panties, right? So that's what we're looking at here. A similar situation for virtuals. Is the price going to come back up, right, to that 1 panty cost? And you're looking, and I'll be looking at my 1 pair of panties being like, man, I could have had 5 pairs of panties right now for the same price, right? That's kind of where virtuals is sitting. Are we going to have that meteoric rise and gap up through the VRVP here? It does seem likely. Uvula's getting dry, everybody. Hold on. Oh, woo! God, I got that runner's high, you know what I mean? After that Peloton ride, I got the runner's high. I got the blood pumping. Let's jump into the chat. April, Wanda, Michaela, thank you for saying everything that you have. You guys are very, very, very kind. All right, let's dive in. Wanda, you want to look at SEI, Wanda? We'll look at SEI, Wanda. Let's dive in. SEI, a project that was supposed to compete with the Sui network. Since Sui took off, SEI is taking an absolute beating, right? An absolute beating. Since its blow off top at around 72 cents, we have seen this asset absolutely capitulate. It does have a large X community, right? Is this a double bottom kind of forming right here on SEI? You are looking at an area of confluence. We've bounced from this area once, twice, and now 3 times. Is this the move that we're going to see for SEI breaking up back above this daily 200 SMA? If that happens, right? Well, let's see if it's likely first. But if that happens, it's likely that SEI will close the gap between itself and Sui, as they are very similar networks. SEI highlights on the gaming narrative, right? If you're speculative on gaming, right? On gaming tokens, this is the token, the end all be all for gaming, right? If gaming is going to make a comeback, an asset class, right? An asset category that has taken massive punishment since Bitcoin's capitulation, since after the election, right? Or since Bitcoin's consolidation after the election, a lot of the altcoins capitulated. SEI was one of them. It's interesting to see World Liberty Financial gobbling up some SEI. Do they know something that we don't? I'll bet they do. Being right underneath President Donald Trump, they are definitely working with the SEI insiders, right? And they got to be working on something. They wouldn't just blindly invest, in my opinion, right? Again, not financial advice. They wouldn't just blindly invest in an asset that has been beaten down so severely, expecting just a miraculous recovery, right? So let's look here, seeing seemingly very, 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 very much like virtuals, right? We have that swing across here. Boop, boop, boop. We have the swing across here and a much steeper. Let's get this nice and pretty, right? Boop. We got that swing across here on price with a rise, right? A much more violent rise in the RSI, breaking above the signal line. We are a little overbought on the daily, but that's natural whenever you get 3 massive daily candles in a row. The SEI asset is up 29% over the last 3 days. Is this just the beginning of something bigger? Well, what I like right now is that we did break above. Let's zoom out here. Let's zoom out and let's just take this range. Boop. We are getting above. Come on, high volume node. There we go. We are getting above that high volume node. What happens when we claim above a high volume node with a candle close? It's likely we gap up and come to the next, right? It's like rolling a ball off of a hill. You're likely to come up to the next peak, right? If you roll the ball hard enough. All right, so the next peak sitting at 35 cents, you're looking at about another 20% gain, 28% gain for SEI. Let's break down into the smaller time frames. This thing is on an absolute tear. Look at it being supported beautifully by the 21. You got above that 21 or that 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame, and boom, baby, we were gone. We had a massive pump here when we got above. We got above here. You had a little bit of a pump. You got above the 200 SMA on the 1 hour here for SEI. You had a miraculous moonshot to the upside. Look at that. A trade idea back then, right? 20%. I did not catch this, but a trade idea, right, would have been to open along and stop loss below the low and you target 2 to 1. That trade would have definitely played out, right, for you, and it would have played out for you very, very quickly. Now, you can't anticipate news events, right, like Donald Trump buying anything. But it is cool to see some of these assets that have been beaten down, some really, really good projects, get some love from El Presidente Trump, right? Let's dive in. Let's dive in. Let's see where we're likely to go on the 1 hour time frame. Zooming out here. Yeah, it does look like we are going to come to that 30-cent level and at least test it here. You are going to have a 786 that you're going to have to get through, right? We'll pull that. Boop. You're approaching the golden pocket here that is sitting in between 28.9 and 31.3. Could this be just a bullish put or a bearish retest of the golden pocket before falling further to the downside? That is definitely on the cards, and this is definitely high risk as it has taken a massive punishment, but seeing this daily bullish divergence, I am taking that as precedence over that kind of 786 retracement, right? If you're speculating bearishly, that would be the time to get into a short, but I would not be shorting this thing here, not after World Liberty Financial got in and started injecting that money, baby, injecting that money. I do know that they bought several $1 million worth. That is a substantial investment that could very quickly multiply if SEI were to revisit its highs at around 70 cents. These altcoins can move, ladies and gentlemen. These altcoins can move. Bitcoin dominance starts to give, and we can see an altcoin season like never before. These highs will not look like this on the charts anymore. We will be somewhere up here and we'll be like, wow, can you believe we had that massive capitulation, right? If there is going to be an altcoin season, and keep in mind, I said if there is going to be a huge monumental altcoin season, we are going to get some recovery in these coins, and it's going to happen very, very, very quickly. It's going to catch everybody off guard like it did last time in January of 2021, right? When Ethereum started just absolutely ripping faces. Let's pull up the Ethereum chart and let's look what happened back in 2021 for Ethereum. Back in 2021 on the daily. Boop, 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 boop. Oh yeah, baby. 2021. Here we go. Ethereum back in 2021 did have a substantial push, and does this not look like where we are right now in the Bitcoin chart? We had a massive capitulation and we're going sideways. It looks kind of similar, right? But then in the course of absolutely a small time period, about a month and a half, Ethereum, the biggest altcoin, went up 176%, everybody. That is a massive tear to the upside. It is nothing to be trifled with. If Ethereum goes up 176%, do you understand what that's going to do to your low cap gems? That can make them 5-10x in that same period of time. You'll see coins go up 150% in a single day. This is crypto. Anything can happen. But if we do get that altcoin capitulation, right, to the upside in combination with Bitcoin dominance falling to the downside, if we get a 2021 like alt season, Bitcoin is so much larger now. You're going to have so much more money injected into the altcoins. It can be monumental. And we could be looking at something like Bitcoin here, right? BTC, baby. Let's pull it up. Whoop. Let's look at BTC on the weekly. Zooming it down. Oh, I know this. I was like, I know this price action here. Let's see. Look at this. Back in 2021, people saw this as a blow off top, right? Oh, it's going to zero. Absolutely nothing. Look how small that peak looks right now. Look how small that looks. Is this peak right here for Bitcoin, right? Is this peak gonna be what this peak looks like, right? It will if Bitcoin goes to $1 million, right? I'm not saying that's gonna happen this cycle, but if Bitcoin goes to 250K, this is gonna look like this, and this is going to look like whoop. You're honestly not even gonna see it. You're not gonna be able to see it. This is gonna look like this. That's how these charts translate, right? Because the meteoric rise of this asset, it has been screaming logarithmically and exponentially to the upside. It is very, very likely that these can transition. This will look like this. This will look like the prior, right down here. This will look like this. And then this, we won't even see this anymore. You'll have to go back and be like, can you believe we went on a run from, $10 to $100 that quickly? That's crazy. That's still a 10x, just like a $98,000 asset can go to $980,000 if we get this massive push to the upside. I'm not saying that we're going to 10x this cycle, but there are theories out there that we're going to have a Bitcoin super cycle, right? While we're here, let's look at this flag on the weekly that is forming for Bitcoin. It looks absolutely juicy, everybody. It looks absolutely juicy, like my cheeks on the Peloton. Let's dive in. We have a massive flag here forming on the weekly. All these weeks were what was leading up to the election speculation that Donald Trump was going to absolutely take the bull by the horns and run with it, and that he did, right? Everybody is speculating on a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Now we are looking at a strategic crypto reserve. What cryptos is Donald Trump talking about? He specifically mentioned American-made cryptocurrencies, and isn't this interesting, right? We'll get into this after we look at this bull flag here. Bull flag target for the weekly diving all the way up here to $153,000, saying that we could get there by April of 2025. Are we looking at the cusp of a 50% move for Bitcoin, right? And where's dominance going to go as Bitcoin goes on its meteoric tear? It does look very likely. Look at this, everybody. This is what you want to see. You have stochastics that are oversold while price is trending sideways. The RSI indicator is starting to curve back upwards, right? We came out from overbought. We do need to push back up and we need to prevent a bearish divergence from forming here on the weekly, right? Because that'll be the third one that had formed. We have bearish divergence here on the weekly for Bitcoin. Something that we've been mentioning throughout these past few live streams, that is bearish divergence. You have a swing down on the RSI while you have a swing up in price, right? I got to start messing with my colors here, everything yellow. But we do have that, right? And if we form a lower high here on the RSI as we push higher, that'll tell me, hey, caution, 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 boys crypto. We want to be careful on taking longer term trades when we are in the face of triple bearish divergence. It is very hard for assets to overcome that. I'm not saying that it is impossible, but it's just something that it is very, very rare to see. So $150,000 Bitcoin inbound by April, it is possible. It is possible. Let's jump on over here. What was my train of thought? Good night. Hold on, dry uvula. Oh yeah. All right, yeah, let's jump on over here. Talking about Donald Trump, right? The strategic crypto asset class. This used to not be here before. USA, baby. USA. What are we talking about? These are altcoins that you can click on that are based in the United States. Donald Trump has said that he is trying to push for tax-free assets on cryptocurrencies that are in the United States. That, ladies and gentlemen, will be the most bullish news in all of crypto history, in my opinion. Imagine everybody in the United States looking at an asset class that has been ripping to the upside over the past 10 years massively. And by the way, it's tax-free. There is so much more money in the stock market than the crypto market right today. In the bond market than the crypto market. But you pay taxes on all those gains, baby. You pay taxes on all those realized gains. If you could trade XRP, if you could buy XRP, ride it up for a 10x and not pay taxes on it, imagine the colossal injection of money, right? Is the stock market going to sell off as people pile in the cryptos because they have found a tax-free asset in the United States, right? It does seem very likely. If we do get that news, expect all these assets going down from XRP, Chainlink, Cardano, Dogecoin, Litecoin, Hedera, everything, Ondo, right? Everything here to pump beyond any reasonable measure. If you take taxes out of something, that will be the only, besides certain retirement accounts, right? Besides your Roth IRA, that'll be the only investing that you can make that is actually tax-free over time. I don't think there's any other, in real estate, you got stocks, you got bonds, you're paying taxes on all this stuff. And but I don't get taxed on bonds. Yes, you do with inflation, right? So seeing these assets get absolutely pummeled, or seeing these assets get absolutely pummeled, right, over the past few months, when Donald Trump is saying this could potentially be a tax-free asset class, is what I'm looking for continued bullish momentum. I am seeing these assets absolutely skyrocketing and take over the altcoin run that I believe we're soon to have. If we do have an altcoin run, Boys Crypto is putting his stamp on it. These coins will lead the way. XRP already has a lot of hype. Imagine if it was tax-free. That would be monumental. Will XRP regain the #1 crypto spot? XRP used to be the #1 crypto by market cap. It used to be more valuable than Bitcoin by market cap. Is it on the way? Is it on the way? That would be about a 15 to 20x. From where we're at, you're looking at a $30 to $40 XRP. If we do get that tax-free asset in the asset class in the United States, right, under this USA category, baby, I think it is very likely that we'll see all of these coins multiply 5 to 10 to potentially 50 times over from their current value, right? A lot of these market caps are very small. You're looking at $5 billion market cap Uniswap, 3.8 for Ondo, right? Algo, Optimism. A lot of these projects will multiply and multiply quickly. Imagine having a tax-free asset class. I would love to see that here in the United States, right? Let's go back over and check on our completely sideways trades, everybody. Up $15 on these two trades combined. Ethereum getting a little more strength than Bitcoin. We'll see how this goes. Whoop! Right, let's see. Let's pull this up on TradingView. Kind of want to reanalyze this flag. Reanalyze, everybody. Reanalyze. This is a constantly evolving chart, right? Every candle can change the way we perceive the chart, but right now I am still seeing this bull flag, right, on the 15-minute time frame, and to me that's a breakout. Are we going to get that retest? We're above the 21. We're sitting in a high volume node area. We cracked that high volume node at 98,385. It's likely we're going to scream to the upside here. We are going, in my opinion, to about 99.5 tonight. It is very likely. Don't be surprised to wake up and see a six-figure Bitcoin, when you wake up tomorrow. I'm super excited to see if we could get that. Let's get the questions in the chat. What are you guys thinking about tonight? What do you guys want to look over? We already went over Dogecoin from April. Thank you for giving that to us, April. Maybe one of the greatest assets to invest in here in the near term, with altcoin season rapidly approaching. Let's look on in here. Yeah, not the fannies, April said. Not the fannies. Went over SEI from Wanda. Thank you, Michaela, saying that. Learning from the best. PMG, thanks for dropping in, brother. Like, share, subscribe. Michaela, I greatly appreciate that. Awesome music choice. Awesome. Dogecoin, Elon Musk, and everything. That covers all of our questions so far in the stream. Everybody, if you want to pull up TradingView at any time, you want to get a premium subscription, join with me. My link down in the description below. It is awesome. It's super easy to use, and what every trader needs to be successful. Stand by for my beginner series. If you're new here, I'm creating a series that will get you to caught up to speed for trading in 10 short trading videos that are going to be easy to follow along with key examples. I will be there with you every step of the way. Stand by for that. I am excited to go through those beginner concepts with you so that you can catch up to speed and understand what in the world we are talking about here. Some of us are seasoned investors. Some of us are seasoned traders. Some of us just got in and just found this YouTube video on their search, and they have no idea what we're talking about. Stand by for that beginner video. I am excited to jump into that for you guys. If you guys have any beginner questions, leave that in the comment of this video. I will be sure to include that in my beginner series. Any of my beginners out there, shout out to you guys. You are on the cusp of greatness. Just being here is a huge step in the right direction, right? This is an opportunity for you to make limitless amounts of money, but it also could lead to limitless losses as well. That's why we focus on key risk management here on this channel. Risk management is everything. Whenever you're getting into any investment or trade, you need to understand how much you're going to lose. Whenever you go to the roulette table in Vegas, if you're dropping $5 wagers, right, and that $5 wager is the only $5 you have, and you lose, you're out of everything, right? But if you take $5 to split them up, right, into $1 bets, you know, you may hit a couple. You have a chance to win, even though you you have a chance to win, even though you are betting less, right? Are betting less. And this isn't a betting environment. We take statistical probabilities. These are not wagers. These are statistical probabilities. And we are assuming that the price will either continue or reverse from a specific direction, noting our stop loss and our good risk management. That is how we are going to continually grow this account from $5,000 to $10,000 here on the live with you. Let's dump in. Sin Nasty Kid, welcome, man, welcome. I am excited that you are here. Hey, Mandy Coin, baby, Mandy Coin. Let's see if we can recover from that. Let's head on over to Dex Screener, everybody. The Dex Screener. Boop. Let's see what we're looking at here. Some dry uvula going on. Come on, Dex, let's go. Let me go back to that Comcast guy. He's recovering nicely. He was in the ER for a few days. That is okay. I believe he's checking out today. He is checking out today. All right, let's see. We're going over Jupiter, April. We will look at Jupiter for you. New coin, Kaito, K-A-I-T-O. Let's look at it for you, man. I haven't heard of this project before, but let's look at the charts and see what it says. Kaito on Wrapped ETH. That's what I'm seeing here. Uniswap up 42%, 16 hours of life. Shoot me a chat, man. Is this the right one? Is this what you want to look at? Let's dive in. Let's look at the price here. All right. Starting from the beginning, right? We're looking at a market cap. Anytime you're looking at anything on Dex Screener, I highly recommend that you use a small portion of your portfolio whenever you're investing in any of these, right? Now, this looks like a project that a lot of hype is going on. Let's look at their Twitter here. Let's look at their Twitter. See what they got going on. Kaito. Mandy Coin dead. I agree, brother. I agree. Yeah, that was a shame, that project, man. I like PMG, but that was tough to watch. All right, so you have 200 Kaito AI. This is an AI project. The AI space, I believe, is going to be one of the ones to absolutely take over. Let's note virtuals. Virtuals started on Dex Screener, right? Started on Dex Screener. You were able to purchase it, and man, it rocketed. You had a multi-tens of thousands % increase from a penny all the way up to that $5 region, that $4 region, right? So these coins can be something where a little can lead to a lot. You have 240.4 thousand followers on Twitter. I like to see that, right? It is in confluence with the number of holders that you have here on Dex Screener, about 39,000 holders, right? You do have one address that does control a large amount of the supply, about 50%, but given that amount of following, I feel like it is very unlikely that it is going to be a rugger. It looked like it had a tough liquidation event here. There is always that risk, right? You are betting, we don't know this person. We don't know who this person, right? So we don't know what his thoughts and my thought process is. Is he going to absolutely dump on the market? It definitely could happen. If I had $739 million in a project, I'd be done. I'd be out, man. I'd be chilling on the coast of Alaska with my multi-million-dollar house, watching the whales, right, come into the harbor, right? So I would hit the sell button right there. But right, he needs liquidity to sell into. Let's dive in. We're looking at the 1 hour. Let's look at the 5-minute chart. Looking at this on a massive tear, right? On a massive tear since its inception, right? So we did have a bull flag here, or a shoulder. I'd see that as more of like a shoulder, head, right, shoulders, right? That did end up dumping us to the downside, right? So what are we looking for once we get a break to the downside on any asset class? You are looking for a bullish retrace, right? Is that what we got here? Is that what we got here? Let's pull up our Fibonacci tool, right? And we're going to go from swing low to swing high and see where we ended up. We fell below the 786 a little bit, but since we gained it, right? We found support on that 786, and now we are ripping to the upside on the 5-minute time frame. I think it is likely that this does continue here in the near term, pending, right? Pending the target of that bull flag, 241. Yeah. I'm going to need a little more data on this, man. Like, so we'll check this out tomorrow, right? Let's give it a day to really marinate, right? Really marinate, right? Because it's not even 24 hours old here on Dex Screener. It's on Coinbase, baby. It's on Coinbase, you said. What's your opinion on Kaito? Right, so I can definitely see this continuing. If it is on Coinbase, that means in order to get an asset listed on Coinbase, it needs to gain the trust of the CEO and their screening process, right? And they go through a screening process, and it's likely that that coin is not going to be a rugger. Now, there have been ruggers in the past on Coinbase. There have been, right? Once they get past those initial that initial screening, right, where Coinbase is saying this is unlikely to be a rugger, Coinbase, those people that are running that program are just like us, right? That's saying, hey, I don't know if this asset's going to last, but I think it is likely that we can push further to the upside, right? Slash, it is unlikely that the account holders are going to sell a lot in the near future. Maybe some of this is locked up. There are 10 liquidity providers. Oh, baby, look at that. We do have some liquidity providers, so there's staking going on in this asset. That is really good to see. Whenever people are staking, right, especially 700, yes, so especially when you're staking, liquidity is a little low, man. It really is. The liquidity is a little low at 116,000. I'd like to see that get up to around a $500,000 for me to feel like, hey, yeah, this is definitely going to ape in. Let's go to the website here. I love looking at this stuff. Thank you for bringing it up, man. I really appreciate that. These new things, right? You may have got us the distribution center, crypto information, attention capital. Let's go to Yaps. So nope. Was airdropped. Okay. Yeah, you can stake. What's the white paper look like? So whenever you're looking at a white paper is the assets plan. What's the plan? What are we going to be doing in the future in order to bring value to this project, right? The currency of life isn't money. It's not even time. It's attention, right? All right. Yet the attention economy today is broken. Creators produce content, contribute personal data. Brands spend huge amounts of money on advertising, yet the vast majority of value flows to platforms. Okay. Unlocking the future of information, right? This is an information play. Jumping on in. What is it? Let's see. It's a distribution center of crypto where information, attention, and capital move seamlessly, powered by AI. AI is going to be the next big thing, everybody. Keep a close eye on these projects. Within crypto, we developed 2 products with the product of market fit and significantly scaling to our token network to support more use cases, right? Enabling AI-powered market intelligence. These market intelligence, anything that's based around market intelligence, right? Looking at crypto teams, researchers, investors, tokenizing, attention. Yeah, any kind of market intelligence AI is going to boom massively. I can look at one chart at a time. AIs can look at thousands of charts at a time and give you the hottest setups faster than anybody. You know, I was thinking, like, are all bots going to be ran by AIs, right? Eventually, are people going to be replaced by AI when it comes to trading, right? Speculatively, it could definitely happen because we're just not fast. We're not fast like a computer. And with machine learning, these machines can mathematically get everything a lot faster than humans and even predict what humans are going to do. So is AI about to take over the space? Are trading patterns going to be null and void as we know it, right? Or we're just going to have constant liquidity and stop hunts from AI that run these large asset firms, right? If large asset firms turn these things over to AI, it is likely, right? Yeah, man, this thing looks like it has a good white paper, right? You have tokenization, intention, info network. You got an introduction here, market forces. Kaito holders actively participate in shaping the network by influencing the distribution of attention within the AI-powered info ecosystem. And info play, really, really, really good look, man. I appreciate that. Hey, we will go over this over the next couple of days, and we will keep this on our radar. Maybe the next hot project. You may have brought us the next 100x. It is definitely likely. The market cap says, hey, you could get to a $40 billion market cap, and this could be a 100x coin. Is that going to happen? It's happened with virtuals, right? Virtuals ran up to a massive market cap in the top 20, right? From absolutely nothing, from pennies. And if you got in down here at that 85-cent level, or even down here when if you got that airdrop, you're sitting really pretty on already a 3x, man. So we'll see how that goes. I will keep going over that on the live, and we'll see if we get this massive push to the upside, right? You know, there's not a lot of trading patterns that are going on in here right now. I do like this rounded bottom that I'm seeing. Is this a, we're stretching a little bit here, but is this a shoulder, right? A head and a right shoulder. Is this a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder that is breaking to the upside right now? Well, it already hit the target if it is, right? already hit the target, if it is, and it's right on the target right now. But that looks really, really good to me, man. We may see some continuation. You break this high, you're in what's called a blue skies breakout. You break that high, and you really don't know where price is going to go until the market reassesses the value in these higher prices. Whenever you get a break of this high, what I would be looking for is some kind of flag to form, right? You get some kind of flag to form here. You take that up, you get some kind of flag, right? That would be how I trade this up, as Mandycoin was in a very similar situation. Let's dive on over into Mandycoin. I'm not going to get into what happened, but I'm going to give you the example, right? Or let's go into MantraDAO. MantraDAO is a great example, right? The Ohm network, baby. The Ohm network, one of the best coins in the game right now. Look at this absolute massive run to the upside. But if we zoom in, we can see how an asset, once it gets off the floor, how it absolutely meteorically rises to the upside just through bull flag after bull flag after bull flag. Look at this. Look at this. You had a very long, right? You had a bull flag here, right? You had a breakout to the upside. Now, there was a large consolidation period that followed that, right? But eventually we did reach the target of that bull flag. Right, going on over here, we did reach the target, but coming on over after we broke that consolidation, look how many bull flags. Let's count together. How many bull flags did we have, right? How many bullish patterns did we have going up to the upside? We have one here, right? We broke out of that initial consolidation area. We had a flag, good old flaggeroonie. You know, flag and drag, baby, J4 for anybody, you know, plays League of Legends, right? Boom, to the upside, right? And then we had another flag here. We had another flag. They went for a stop hunt, baby. They went for a stop hunt. What was this? This was when we had that massive Bitcoin capitulation. Boop, right? Back here on the 2nd, right? The 2nd of February, we had that massive capitulation. A lot of things did fall out. But eventually, this flag, right? This flag did end up breaking up to the upside after that consolidation. We had another. Whoop! Let's look at one here. Look at these flags, baby. All these opportunities to get into this juicy project on the way up. This is the kind of consolidation and rippage that you want to see out of a project like Kyoto when it starts breaking through its highs. That is exactly what you are looking for, man. Exactly. Copy and paste what you're seeing on the Ohm network, right? You're going to get a massive push. Don't chase those green candles. Wait for some consolidation, right? Get a good stop below a key moving average like the 200 SMA, which I love to trade by, right? You break above the 200 SMA, you're gone. You break above the 200 SMA, you're gone. You break below, you want to consider getting out. You break above, you're gone, right? Look at this. Look where we are right now. Boom, here we go. We're not even done counting, ladies and gentlemen. Bull flag, bull flag, bull flag, bull flag, bull flag, bull flag, right? All the way up to the upside, right? And now, is Ohm breaking out again to the upside? Are we going to come all the way up there to the target at about $10? Are we going to see another Ohm? Shout out to the MantraDAO holders, baby. You guys are some of the most profitable traders, right? / investors in this bull market. Look at MantraDAO back here, baby. Down at 22 cents on the 3rd of March of 2024, less than a year ago. And now your asset, something that you had to have massive conviction in, has led to a meteoric. What is this? What is this? What kind of juicy gains did you get out of this? You had a 33x in a year. You outperformed the stock market for the past, for forever. You outperformed the stock market, right? I don't even know if the stock market is up 33x from, 1970s or so. That is a massive run. Congratulations to all of you. Making that money in a year is huge. That just shows the possibilities with trading, finding these opportunities that you can dive into and potentially make life-changing money. I am going to be watching these assets very closely. Is Kaito just another MantraDAO in the brewing? Man, we're going to be keeping a close eye on this, right? And I will even trade in my Solflare wallet on Jupiter, right, to get in on these juicy gains with you if I do see some consolidation. We flag out here, right? And I'm looking at the 5-minute, but if we start flagging on the 15, something like this, something similar to this, we get up here and we start flagging, that is when I would be interested in getting in what I believe will be a very juicy scenario. Look at this flag that broke out here. Boom, flag and drag, baby, flag and drag. You got this bull flag, and you had a massive run to the upside, right? Going further than the target, you ended up with that moonshot, that shooting star pattern, right? And you capitulated from there. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. We got a breakout to the upside. This horizontal sloping resistance line. It's likely you're going to come and at least test the top here, man. If you break that, you're going to have focus on a candle close. You don't want to be looking at a wick. If you chase a candle that's up here and the candle does not close, you can get something very similar to here. I bet a lot of people chased here, right, and got sold on, right? So just wait for some consolidation, not financial advice again, wait for some consolidation, and you could see a massive run in this asset. Let's see what the white paper goes over. I'll go over that after the stream on my own time, and I'll share what I find with you guys tomorrow on the stream. Thank you for bringing that up to me, man. Heck yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. All right, let's see what else we got. We got Mannycoin, Jupiter. April, you want to go over Jupiter? We'll go over Jupiter. Let's do it. I love Jupe. Jupe is really cool. Whenever you guys are swapping tokens, do it on jupe.ag. Why, boys? Why would we swap on jupe.ag when we could just swap on our Phantom or our Soulflare wallet? Well, if you swap through Jupiter, the fees are ridiculously cheap. You'll get essentially almost 1-to-1 for what you're swapping for, and some of these wallets absolutely rip people. It pisses me off to no end. So swap on Jupiter. It will also qualify you for their yearly airdrop, right? Juperary, baby, Juperary. They just announced buybacks. This project, although it's been trending kind of sideways, right, has been on did go on a meteoric run, and I think will be one of the top performers this bull market in the event that Solana does not take a massive beatdown after this horrible meme coin controversy, right, in Sol, right? So let's look here with that Libra collapse, right? Sol has been taking an absolute punishment and seeing some weakness in the market. Let's see if that continues, or is Sol going to reemerge, right, and start pushing its way up the cryptocurrency ladder and become maintain as a leader in the space, or is it going to be replaced by another network that's a lot faster and cheaper, aka Sui, right? Like that can definitely take over Sol's position over the course of time, being cheaper and faster, right? All right, let's dive in. Jupiter, baby, Jupiter's just been in this massive consolidation, right, on the daily. Let's look at the weekly. Yeah, you're in a massive consolidation. Jupiter has struggled with the rest of the altcoins since when? Yeah, back here, you know, we're looking at November 8th, we had a massive pump, right, leading into the election. It's struggled ever since, right? And I don't expect Jupe, right, to really make a meteoric run until Solana makes a comeback, right? Because this is the #1 decentralized exchange on Solana. I do like this flag that is forming out here. Well, boys, why did we have that meteoric run right here, right? Even though it was in the, or right here, even though a weekly candle, right? Let's go into the daily so we can see this. Why did we have this 40-50% pump? Why did we have this? Why did Jupe go from 74 cents all the way up to $1.14 in, what was this, a day? A couple days? Whoop! 58% in 4 days. Why do we have that? And why do we have it again? Why do we have a capitulation and it happen again? This coincides with the meme coins, Trump and Melania coin, right? Whenever you wanted to get in Trump or Melania from their inception, you couldn't do it with cash. You had to send Solana to a wallet and swap it for Trump or swap it for Melania. Since Trump decided to launch his platform on Solana, you're looking at swapping Solana for that asset, so that asset does remain valued in Solana, right? So all the funds that you had in Trump coin were exchanged through the Solana network. You needed Solana to purchase those things. How do you swap it? Well, you could swap through the Jupe exchange, which is the cheapest way to swap. So everybody was jumping in and getting their Solana and putting it on the Jupiter exchange, buying Jupiter tokens to swap it into Trump and Melania coin. And look what happened. Trump went up to 74 and that had an absolute capitulation. Everybody was getting out. Like, oh crap, we got to get out, right? And sold off all their Trump coin, therefore selling off all their Jupe, converting it back into cash, right? And that led to that massive capitulation. Oh, but now we have Melania, everybody. Oh my gosh, Melania coming out. All right, and we got to get our Jupiter. And we jumped in. We sent our soul to Jupiter, swapped Jupe for Melania. We got our Melania, and then Melania absolutely rugged, right? It has been a roller coaster ride with these Solana assets, right? Currently, they are based on these meme coins, right? And that's not what we want to see for innovation in the space. Let's see if Jupiter could get a recovery here. I did like what they were doing with the buyback program that they had going on with their fees, buying back Jupiter tokens, right? There is a lot of Jupiter, about 8 billion Jupiter that are not released yet, right? And are held by the leaders' wallets and are going to be distributed over the course of the next few years through airdrops, right? And they have a voting platform. You can stake your Jupe. You can get an APY, and it's almost 100%, everybody. So staking on Jupiter, if you hold Jupiter and you don't stake it, and you're looking for the long term, that is a ridiculous notion. stake your jupe. If you're planning on holding it for a long period of time, again, not financial advice, stake your jupe. You're going to get a 100% APY. 100! You're going to get that at a bank? No way. No way. You're guaranteed to get 100% on your jupe, right? If jupe falls 50% and you get 100, it's kind of insurance, right? Jupe falls 50% and you get 100% APY, you have the same amount of money at the end of the year, right? Jupe pumps 50% and you 100% APY, you get that in Jupiter. So you also make those gains as well. And it could lead to massive, massive compounding gains over time, especially if Jupe does end up breaking out of this flag, going up to this $2.60 region. Yeah, that could be that could be a massive move from here, right? There are hurdles in the way. We are sitting beneath this high volume node here on the daily. We're going to need to get above that, flip it to support, gap up, get over this daily 200 SMA, and that's what's going to lead us to pushing to the top of this pattern and potentially breaking to the upside. Look at the last time Jupe went on a meteoric run. It went on a non-stop run for, you know, essentially a month of 224%. Is a move coming like that for Jupiter? It definitely can happen here in the near term. Everybody, thank you for joining me. That goes over all of our questions. Join me tomorrow for our nightly live stream. Check out my video in the morning on my favorite altcoin project, baby. We are going for a 100x on this project. Stay tuned. Turn on your notifications. Share the word, everybody. This is a growing community that will absolutely rocket to the upside like the Bitcoin chart. Thank you for everybody for hanging out with me here on your Thursday night / Friday morning. Stay up to date with me on Twitter. I will see you guys, since the trade is going flat, I will see you guys tomorrow night on the live stream. Peace and love, guys. Everybody, Boys Crypto is